It's a good awareness to keep, am I listening to Baba's Murli in soul consciousness? So it's the soul listening to the Supreme Soul. So having that beautiful awareness that I, the fortunate soul, whose teacher is the Supreme Teacher, who comes all the way from Paramdham, even though it's a second for him to come really, but still Baba comes all the way to teach us. And it's our absolute fortune that we get to listen to Baba's Murli. So with that awareness, when we open our hearts and we listen to Baba's Murli, it just seeps in very deeply. Just few days back, Baba had commented in Sakar Murli that if you listen in soul consciousness, you will remember that this is Baba's Murli. And the more you remember this is Baba's Murli, and the more value you see in it. So if the Murli can please be shared on screen, then we can go move forward.
Navin, give us a second.
Yeah. And just to share in the meantime, Baba always says, sit on your seat of spiritual, of being a soul, of being that master creator. And in one Murli, I was just referring to another Avyak Murli, which I just came across recently. Baba said that when I, the soul, leave my seat, so my seat is the center of the forehead, and when I come down from it, which means I lose my awareness of being a soul, what happens, Baba didn't use this word directly, but in a very indirect way, Baba said that what you go through is a spiritual heart attack. You come down from your seat. So as a result of that, the pressure of your awareness starts to become very low. And then at the same time, Baba said, the heartbeat of your enthusiasm becomes slow. And then third thing Baba said is, you sweat the sweat of disheartenment. So all this starts to happen when I, the soul, step down from my seat. And so how many times do we actually go through this when we step down from a seat and start experiencing all this? And that's why Baba says, if you want to stay healthy, sit on your seat. When I step down, I give Maya the opportunity to take the seat. And then there's that influence of hers, but dwelling within me. But when I sit on my seat, being very, very aware of how important I am and how important we all together are in order to bring this transformation in this world. So on those lines, let's be firmly seated on our seat of being a master creator, and we'll listen to Baba's Murli today. And this Murli, as stated here, it was spoken on 1983 on the 5th of April. And the title here is, All Blessings Are Your Birthright. Bab Dada is pleased to see the meeting of Baba, the father, and the children. From Copper Age onwards, all the meetings that take place in a special form take place on the banks of one or another river and in the presence of one or another deity idol. And so speaking of, when we have all these melas, these gatherings, big gatherings, they always happen on the banks of the river. And they have a deity idol there. There's already a presence. They've already laid the ground for a deity idol. So Baba says that happens. And it is only Shivratri that is celebrated in memory of the Father. So it is Shivratri, the night of Shiva. It really means his descent. So it is celebrated in memory of the Father. However, they don't have his introduction. The meeting of the Copper Age are of devotees and deity idols, but this is the meeting of the Father. However, they don't have his introduction. The meetings of Copper Age are of devotees and deity idols, but this is the meeting of Baba and the children on the banks of the great river and the ocean. And so Baba is referring to the meeting that we are having with Baba, where Baba really is the ocean of knowledge, and then how all of us, we become the rivers of knowledge. So such a meeting cannot take place at any other time throughout the whole world. You witness a double meeting in Madhuban. The Baba says when we are meeting Baba, Avyak Bab Dada, so it's a double meeting. One is meeting of Bab Dada, the ocean of the great river, and the other is the meeting of Bab Dada and the children. So Shiv Baba being the ocean, Brahma Baba being the great river. And then Baba says that another is the meeting of Bab Dada and the children. You have already celebrated this meeting. These meetings will continue to expand. So at that time, Baba gave a signal that there will be more and more such meetings, which of course we saw for how long Baba came after that this time. So you continue to serve so that there can be growth. Therefore, there will be growth and the meetings have to be celebrated. Bap and Dada are having a heart-to-heart conversation between themselves. Brahma said that the number of Brahmins would continue to grow until the end of the sacrificial fire. So when now we see Baba's children are still coming. And the ones who are coming at the end, like how Baba says, they get the butter. Everything is very refined and shared with them so they can catch up. They can go fast and come first. However, along with the expansion, the method of celebrating a meeting in the corporeal form in the corporeal world will have to change, will it not? And so as the groups get larger and larger, we know how changes happened. Earlier, it was just the history hall where there were a few sitting. And then we had meditation hall, then Om Shanti Bhavan, then Diamond Hall, how even the places changed, even in Madhuban itself. But then how earlier it was personal meetings. Baba would meet each and every one. And then eventually how it got into groups and then different even zones. So here Baba says, the meeting will keep changing, the way we celebrate. Will it not? There is a difference between using something you have taken on loan and something that belongs to you. And so here Shiv Bap Dada has taken this body on loan. Baba is referring to Dadi Gulzar's body, which is taken on loan. And Baba says, this is on loan. And then, of course, there's a difference between what you take on loan and what belongs to you. You can use your own belongings however you want. Whereas this corporeal body of the final birth has been taken on loan. You have to consider the method of using something old that has been taken on loan. So Baba says when you take something on loan, you have to be careful how to use it. And so you have to consider the method of using it. Baba Shiva smiled and said, according to the growth, the three methods of meeting in three relationships will definitely be reformed. What will these be? And so Baba says the three methods of we meeting. And so Baba says everything will be transformed. And what will it be? From the form of the Father, your special right, is the special toli of a meeting. So Baba's talking about the three forms. One is the father, one is the teacher, and one is the Sadguru. So from Baba, your special right is the special toli of a meeting. So from Baba, as a father, we have our inheritance. So we have that special right. From the teacher, you receive the Murli. So the teachings are given through the teacher. From the Sadguru, you are taken beyond with a glance that is with this drishti filled with spiritual love of the Avyakt meeting. And so Baba is talking about all these three forms. Father, through which you have a special right, teacher, through which you're Murli, and Sadguru, you're taken beyond with a glance. That means Baba fills us with the drishti. And this, Baba says, the drishti fills us with spiritual love of this Avyakt meeting. The welcome and the meeting will continue to take place in this way for the children who are yet to come. Everyone has the thought of receiving a blessing. Bab Dada says, since you are children of the bestower of blessings, all blessings are your birthright. So even when Bab Dada is giving drishti, and we feel that it's the blessings that are being showered. And here Baba says, you're the children of the bestower of blessings, then all the blessings are your birthright. Not just now, but at every moment you were born, at the very moment you were born, the bestower of blessings gave you blessings. So we had our spiritual birth, and Baba says, you are bestowed with best blessings, just like we are bestowed with a divine intellect. And so the bestower of fortune fixed the imperishable line of fortune in your horoscope. And so what does my horoscope have? Baba says, an imperishable line of fortune given to me by the bestower of fortune. So Baba's fixed this line of fortune in our horoscope. In worldly life too, they write a horoscope chart before naming the naming ceremony. And so they make the horoscope at the birth itself before the child is named. And then accordingly, they find names based on what is suggested. So Baba says the father, the bestower of fortune, and the bestower of blessings, and Mother Brahma drew your line of all blessings and imperishable fortune the moment you were born. So our horoscope has both. It has an imperishable line of blessings as well as fortune, and given to us by both Shiv Baba as well as, Baba says, Mother Brahma. Before you were named Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris, they created the chart of your horoscope. So see here also Baba says, even in worldly, in the world, they first make the horoscope, then give the name. And here too, Baba says, before we become Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris, or we named that, Baba has created our horoscope. So you are blessed for all time. This is very important to remember. I am blessed for all time. So when someone is blessed, it's a sign of being easy and everything being accomplished in an easy way. That's why we seek blessings, so that things can become easy for us. And here Baba says you're blessed for life. So everything that we do, it has to be with that easiness, with that lightness. That is really a blessing when things are going with lightness and easiness. So children who are embodiments of remembrance are always those who have attained all blessings. And so Baba says, who are the signs of ones who have attained all blessings? They will be embodiments of remembrance. They will be able to easily remember Baba. There's easiness in remembrance. You are the children who are embodiments of remembrance. And Baba says, you are the ones who have attained all blessings. So we children are the embodiments of remembrance. Are you lacking anything that you still have to attain? And Baba says, you've attained everything. Is there still anything you feel you lack? And so it's for us to really check. Bab and Dada had such a heart-to-heart conversation. So why has this hall been built? So that 3,000 or 4,000 Brahmins can come and see that these meetings can keep expanding. Therefore, keep growing a lot more. So this was Baba's blessing that he was giving that time, they keep growing a lot more. Is Baba not talking to you when he speaks to Murli? Yes, Baba's vision should fall on you. All these things will be fulfilled. And so Baba was at that moment giving that blessings that yes, growth will continue to happen. And that when he speaks to Murli, he is speaking to us and his vision is falling on us. So now there has to be a queue up from Abu. And so Baba says there will be a queue right from Abu all the way to the top. So there has to be that much growth. Or do you think that just the few of you are enough? Yes, and one Murli Baba was speaking personally to Kumaris, and Baba was saying, are you content with just the little service that's happening? Or do you have a big picture or a big vision? So here too, Baba says, are you just content with the few? Because we are world servers. Our vision is for the whole world. So servers constantly renounce everything for themselves and are happy serving others. So Baba's reminding us who are servers. They constantly renounce everything for themselves and are happy serving others. And to renounce means the renunciation of I and my, which Baba emphasizes so much in the Murlis. So I am renouncing these I's and I and my body consciousness. And Baba says, and experience happiness in serving others. Mothers are experienced in service. You would even renounce your sleep and cradle your child in your lap. So mothers have, of course, renounced a lot. They've seen what renunciation really is. And Baba's giving an example of that, renouncing sleep to take care of the child. So through the growth that you help to bring about, you will enable those who are to come to receive their share. Will you not? Acha. So this time, Bap Dada has finished all the complaints of the children of Bharat. As long as the body that is taken on loan can be an instrument, Bap Dada will continue to answer everyone's complaints. That's because it was that time where Baba was meeting a lot of double foreigners as well. So the children in Bharat were like, Baba, when we want to have meetings. So that's why Baba specifically mentioned here that Baba is finishing everyone's complaints and everyone will get a chance. So as long as he is in the body, and taken alone using it, the body, Baba will try to answer everyone's complaints. So to all those who experience spiritual love and a spiritual meeting, to the imperishable, elevated, fortunate souls. Remember, Baba said line of fortune, line of blessing. So Baba is again reminding here, imperishable, elevated, fortunate souls who are filled with blessings at the moment of their birth, to such great renunciates who attain fortune through renunciation, to such multi-million-fold fortunate children, to the children from everywhere who are thirsty for love, Bapdadas, love, remembrance, and namaste. So if you see, Baba strongly emphasized on fortune and blessings in today's Murli. So we can take a minute of silence here and just soak in what we heard, and then we can continue further. Om Shanti. So as we saw the ocean and how the ocean of knowledge, Baba is meeting with the rivers of knowledge, and Baba calling it a double meeting. So even while we listen to Baba's Murli, I'm just being in that awareness that this is a double meeting where Bap Dada, both Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba, are with me, in front of me, and I have the fortune to be in front of them. So would anyone like to share points that touched them from today's Murli? So there is a point in the chat which says meetings of Copper Age and meetings of now, double meeting. And so yes, and Baba also talked about the different forms. The meeting is happening where Baba's in front of us as a father, so we have a special right. Then as a teacher who gives us teachings, and as a Sadguru who takes us beyond with a glance. And of course, from Sadguru, we also get blessings. Anyone else? Anyone would like to share?
So Murli also speaks about all the meeting happens around the shore, around the seashore, the river shores. And what I was getting was even the Kumbh Mela that happens is a memorial of the meeting of the souls with the Almighty. That happens near the water, right?
Right. Yes. So it's really the memorial of now, where the ocean of knowledge is meeting with the rivers of knowledge. And then, of course, we see how all this gets carried on the path of devotion. But of course, they take it in a physical sense, but we understand that all of this has really a spiritual meaning behind it. Yes.
But I was also, even though, of course, we will look at this point at a deeper level later, I was looking at it at a different way. See, the daily meetings which we have in the daily Murlis, what we say as the Sakar Murlis, how do we sit there? Even there, as you already told us in the beginning, to sit in a state of soul consciousness when even the Sakar Murli is read. But I always feel these Avyakt meetings are absolutely something different. Even the preparations which are made for the Avyakt meetings and the way even we have principles, we have rules meeting, the place where such a meeting takes place, and the kind of consciousness with which we sit, and we see all Baba's instruments there, the senior instruments, and the other children who, thronging for 3-4 hours, waiting over there, just over there to go. So I think even of the Abhyakt meeting is absolutely different. There, whether it's a father, of course, one looks, if you ask me, for me, it's running to meet my father. It's the first thing which comes. The teacher comes later as the Murli. But first it's the father, and then that wonderful drishti which you get, that 3 minutes, 4 minutes drishti, that piercing drishti which you get. Is it a Sadguru where he takes you Nazar se Nihal? So there are a lot of things actually one can look through this Abhyakt meetings. So Baba has only compared corporate meeting, but I take both this Sakar thing which we read every day. What is it? I just take it as a love letter. Sometimes maybe Baba couldn't come, he posts it to the teacher. These kind of things. But Abhyakt meetings, let me tell you, they're mind-boggling. They're something absolutely different. For me, it's the father. So there are so many other things one could do throughout the Murli, the way Baba smiles to the corner of his lips, and the way sometimes he says, "You're raising your hand," and then he catches us. Are you sure? You want? You can share so much in these meetings. It's absolutely different. That's what I said. It's such a kind of a deep turning, because for one we have gone there, and every emotion of Baba, and now though we see it on the TV. Those days we were just sitting face to face. Now we see it on the screen and catch his emotions, his eyes, the small smile and the twitch of the lips, and especially the final word. So just to say, there's a lot one could share really about these meetings. Lots.
Shanti. Yes, and what you said is so much in lines with what Baba said in today's Murli too, that as expansion happens, the way we meet will also change. Which you mentioned how and then the Avyakt Murlis, how we all sit in the big hall and we are making that preparations much in advance. We go and sit there, then Baba comes, we take Trishti, and then Baba speaks, and then Baba meet all the different groups. So yes, Baba mentioned that how it changes over time with expansion taking place. But really, Avyak Murlis are such a gift Baba has given us children. Of course, in Sakar days, there were the original jewels. So there was that magic at that time of such powerful souls being so strong, creating the foundation for this organization, for the Yagya. But what Baba has given us souls who have come later is this beautiful gift of the Avyak Murlis. And if we just, like it was mentioned, if we just read these Murlis, think about, churn on it, there's so much that comes out of it. And there's so much intoxication you feel when you read and reflect on these Murlis. So Baba has really fulfilled everyone's desires, no matter what point they have come in the Yagya. We can experience all that intoxication, all that magic with the Murlis. So Murlis are really like the breath for us Brahmins, and really it's the nectar. And rightly said that there is definitely more magic in these Murlis. And yes, it's mentioned in the chat, the penetrating drishti. Yes. Anyone else would like to share?
Om Shanti Sister. So Baba says everybody is blessed. So we all, have the blessing from Baba, because Baba himself is the rest of the blessing who's our, Father, and then it is up to us how big, line that we want to draw, and this, this is there for everyone. Uh, those who take a Brahmin birth, immediately they are blessed. But again, one can, create a bigger line. It is, by being a cooperative hand, and also, supporting others, understanding what the time, demands, and then acting accordingly will definitely create a much bigger line. of blessings. So the time is the Sangam Yuga, this confluence age itself is the age of blessings. So it's realizing that itself is giving us a lot of intoxication and feel we are really blessed. Yeah, Om Shanti. Thank you.
Right, exactly. And if you see, even in the Murlis, Baba calls it easy Raj Yoga. But then from time to time, he says that, yes, this path of remembrance, it is difficult. And Baba sometimes mentions it. But what Baba really tries to say is, we make it difficult for ourselves. It's actually an easy path. You just have to remember this one being. That's it. And that too, there's so many attainments from just this one. And that's why Baba says this is easy Raj Yoga, because I have to really feel it easy from within as a starting point, even before I start doing anything. Because many of us, we say this is very difficult before even trying something. And it's like you're giving a command to your mind and intellect that this is difficult. It's not something the soul will be able to do. And then, of course, you see there is that resistance that comes. But the moment I tell myself, this is so easy, this is easy, Baba has blessed me. I'm blessed. We all are blessed. And I have received the blessing right when I was born. And these blessings are sustaining me. So the more I remind myself I'm blessed, I'm fortunate, this path is very easy for me. Baba said, all the hard work you did in devotion, now this is the fruit you're getting, that everything is easy for you, provided you follow Baba's Srimad, you follow the path of truth. So the more I have faith in myself, Baba, drama, and even family, the more I keep taking that step, which is in alignment with Srimad, I will see everything Baba has given us is to only make things easier and easier for us. It's all about doing and checking.
Sneha, sorry, you have just kindled the spark in us when you said the word blessing. Because when I remember, Baba raising his hand, I remember in such meetings, I used to literally go and bow down my head to see which side this hand is. He used to take his hand, and later I remember the hand used to go up and his thumb used to shiver. I used to really like the effort and how he used to come and give blessings. It was absolutely this. Or he used to walk at the end, one hand Dadi Janki, and of course for some time Dadi Prakashmani, going round at each thing and blessing. And so it was with the instruments then also. Now also Bab Dada's version is going on, and behind the instruments are there. But that hand, and I don't know if you remember, I have a witness when Baba has come down to the floor, to the meeting, and he passed by. It was like, it was absolutely mind-boggling. Sorry, it was when you said meet blessing, I just thought about that hand which he used to raise. Something absolutely, I think one should experience that, don't you?
Yes. Yes, these are really the magical moments that we witness in this birth, in this confluence age of birth, where we really see God blessing us in front of our eyes. Of course, He's using a medium, but we truly know who He is, and we are being blessed, and we are blessed. So, that's a beautiful image to hold on to always, that Baba's hand is on me, and each day, each moment is a blessing. Anyone else would like to share? Speaking about blessings, fortune, in one Murli, Baba was, talking to the mothers, and of course, like Baba mentioned in today's Murli also, that mothers, they already know how to do service. They've already, I know what renunciation is, because they renounce their sleep and so many things for, for the purpose of raising a child. So Baba was talking to a group of mothers, and Baba was telling them that You give sakash to others, but why doesn't your sakash work? Why doesn't it work? And Baba pointed out, because when you are giving sakash, or when you even talk to Baba, you say, Baba, open the lock of the intellect of this one, and it's usually a family member. Open the intellect of this one so that this one cooperates with me. Things can become easier for me. And Baba says, because your sakash and your attention is only on fixed to those who are around you or limited to your family, the sakash does not work. Baba actually mentioned in the Murli that you tell me to open the lock of intellect of the one in your family, but you don't tell me to open the lock of the intellect of the whole village. What about the whole village? What about the whole world? So Baba says, because the vision is limited to just a few, Baba says the Sakash doesn't work. So if you want the Sakash to work, our vision, our attitude has to be of the unlimited. It's not just about serving these individuals. Of course, Baba says charity begins at home. Yes, we have to do what we have to, but our vision, Sakash, has to be for the entire world. When it will be unlimited, when it breaks all barriers of attachment, that is when it will have very, very powerful effect. And so that was a reminder Baba was giving, and which we also need to keep in mind, that even when it comes to renouncing even the limited vision that we hold. We are not here just to benefit a few, we are here to benefit everyone in the world. And my Sakash is for everyone. That's why even if you see how Dadis explain Sakash, they are like, you take rays from Baba and you give to the entire world, all the souls, unlimited vision. And so, yes, there are cases where sisters, mothers, they are in bondage. But the more I give Sakash to the entire world, I am getting blessings for the service, not just for a limited number of souls, but I'm getting blessings for the service of serving the entire world, which is very powerful and very impactful. Because now it's not just a question of 2, 3, it's a question of billions of souls that your light, that Baba's light and might is going through you. And that blessings which you get from that service will help you get released from all the bondages that you have. So that's why, now, yes, when there are bondages, there are challenges, give Sakash to the entire world, and you'll see how much that even uplifts us, our level of service, and takes us more and more in the unlimited. And also, speaking of bondages, when Baba talks about bondages, Baba even mentions that some people have bondages, but they are not even aware of that. And Baba had once referred to that as birds being on a tree, and some birds are flying around Baba, very close to Baba, but some are watching from a distance. They're holding onto a branch and they want to let go, but they aren't able to let go. And Baba tells them, you have to let go. Baba is here, but you have to take that step of letting go. And Baba had mentioned in that Murli that because, we don't even realize what bondages we are in and the subtleties of it, which Baba reminds time to time. What are the subtle things a soul is trapped in, which Baba says golden chains of service can also create bondages. So a very subtle level of checking is required in order to work, or even actually first even realize what bondages, subtle bondages we are trapped in. So that equal amount, that emphasis on, yes, I have to serve, but at the same time, subtly checking within what all is it there still in me that I have to let go. So I just wanted to share a little bit on that. I think there's something else in the chat. Yeah, but the method and consciousness is inaccurate of the limited vision of mind. Okay. So, like mentioned earlier in the Murli, that we have to be seated on the seat of being a master creator and not letting go of that awareness of who am I, and knowing, and of course, my fortune and my blessings. So I think we can move towards meditation if everyone has shared.
Om Shanti Sister. So we have a quick announcement for this Sunday masterclass. So this Sunday, we have a masterclass, a special masterclass by PK Piyush Pai from Delhi. And the topic is sending vibrations at Amritavela. So this flyer will be shared in the WhatsApp group. So I request all the friends to share this with others and also attend and take the complete benefit of the session. Thank you, sister. Over to you for meditation.
Thank you. So we all can sit back, relaxed with our back straight. And focus your attention on yourself, the blessed and the fortunate soul. And in a second, take yourself to Baba in Paramdam. As you see Baba in front of you, you feel that truly this is a meeting of the ocean of knowledge with the river of knowledge. And the moment I came to Baba, Baba has already blessed me and drawn my line of fortune. I see Baba in all three forms. As a father who I have a special right over. As a teacher who fills me with the nectar of knowledge and fills the intellect with such jewels. And as a Sadguru who gives us blessings and shows us the path to liberation and liberation in life. I am celebrating this beautiful meeting with Baba. And in this meeting, I see myself being recharged and refreshed. Baba's filling me with a lot of power. I receive all the power from Baba. And I come back into this body. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Sneha Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Om Shanti.